Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the brand new channel, the very first episode of the brand new channel, where we talk about everything MMA and combat related. I'm Joe, or you can just call me the Casual. My MMA family knows what I'm talking about there. Now, I'll continue with the introduction later on in another video, but until then, welcome to the clinch. So, let's talk Tony Ferguson and Michael Chandler, okay? What do you guys think is going on with Tony? Does he not want to fight? Does he want to fight? Is he maybe holding off to see if there's any better opportunities that come along? Maybe Khabib loses his next fight with Justin. What's going on with him, though? You know, I know he just had that show on Ariel. I don't know. He seems different since he lost to Justin. I understand it was his first loss since, 2010? Something like that. And he was on a 12-fight win streak. He was, once again, might as well have been fighting for the belt. But he took that fight with Justin knowing what he was putting on the line. And unfortunately, it came up on the short end. Now, I'm glad it was a very decisive fight because I think that Tony, even with that loss, I genuinely believe that he deserves a title fight. But I do think that Justin, with him beating him in the fashion that he did, I think rightfully so, he should be in line for the title belt, to fight for the title. Jesus. And now, let's shift over to Michael for a minute. Do you guys think that Chandler deserves to be in the position that he is? Sliding into the slot if Justin or Khabib fall out. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's an okay thing to do? Personally, I think that he probably should have gotten at least one fight in before he started fighting for a belt. Now, with this current position that he's in, with him having the opportunity to slide in if Khabib or Justin miss weight or get injured or whatever the case may be, I think that with him being in that position, I don't think that he earned it. I just don't think that he earned it, and I think he should have gotten a fight. And I really think that he should have fought Tony. I really, really think that he should have fought Tony for the next title fight. Now, I know that's kind of been tossed around the MMA community and whatnot, but I agree. I think putting Chandler in that position, I strongly believe that was pretty disrespectful to Tony. Now, granted, Tony is coming off a loss. He obviously needs at least one more fight, but no more than one more fight before he fights for the title. And I think Chandler, I believe Chandler won his last fight. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he won his last fight. His last, 2 or 3 fights over there at Bellator. I don't really follow Bellator like that too much. I'll follow some names, but more or less I don't really follow Bellator like that. But either way, let's say he was coming off a win, okay? Which I believe he is. But let's say he's coming off a win and he transitions over to the UFC. Should he immediately be put in for a title contender? Sure. But to immediately be put into the position where he can just slide in if something happens to, Justin or Khabib, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really think that if that was the case, if they wanted a position for that slot, I really truly believe that should have been reserved for Tony. Tony earned it. Every time the UFC has come to Tony for a fight to fill in a slot, he's always been there. He's always been game. And so, man, who the hell is in my driveway? Anyways, so I don't even remember where I was at, but point being, what do you guys think Tony should do next? Do you guys think that Tony should hold out and see kind of what happens with Khabib and Justin, or do you guys think that he should just get on to his next fight, get back on a streak, and get back into the mind frame that he needs to be in? And he has been for years. I mean, look when he tore his ACL. What was it, his ACL? Tore it completely off the bone. Came back in, 6 months? Maybe. Had his first fight back in 6 months. And that injury was supposed to last a year. But, that goes to show his determination and his heart. And, I really believe that's one of the biggest things that he brings to MMA, to the sport of MMA, is his heart and his grit. I mean, look at the Justin fight. How many shots did he take? Oh, my goodness. And still was never knocked out. TKO, sure, but he was never knocked out, and he didn't really show any quit. He looked like he was going to go all the way to the end, or he was going to die, one of the two. So I think if he fights Justin again sometime down the line, if that happens again, and Justin fights that same fight, I don't really see it ending too much differently. But I think personally, Tony needs to get on to the next fight. I think he needs to book a fight. He needs to get, obviously, with a top 10 or top 5 fighter, and he needs to just move on and get past that loss, even though he's obviously not dwelling on it. But he needs to get back into the game. And even though it hasn't even been that long, how long ago was that? You guys let me know. And I know it was 6 months ago. No, it was more than that. Last year, something like that. Last December. I don't know. You guys check me on that. Remember, I'm the casual. So I think that would be his best move. His stay focused. You can do this. I think that should be his next move. Is just get back into the octagon. Get the gloves back on and just do what you do best, man. And let everybody see your grit. Let everybody see your heart again. Show that you may have lost, but you're definitely not out, man. You're exactly the same Tony that you've always been. And, you finally came to a loss. And as all MMA fighters do. Well, with the exception of Khabib, obviously. But I don't know. You guys let me know. Because this is kind of an interesting situation for me. It's fun to kind of talk about. And not only that, but, the reason why I kind of decided to make this channel, and it's going to be horrendous. This first video is going to be dookie. So, but the reason why I decided to do this channel is because I wanted more interaction with like-minded people that have a love for the sport of MMA and combat in general. There's just not, I don't know a whole lot of people that are really into it like that. And, I pretty much follow it every single day. Right when I get home, I look at the latest and greatest. And I just don't know anybody like that. So I figure I'll make a channel, kind of reach out to you guys a little bit more, see what the community is all about, and interact with you guys, man. You guys can let me know how much I suck and give me any pointers on how I can be better and improve the channel. Not only that, but I think there needs to be more coverage from casuals. And when I say casuals, I mean non-pro fighters, or retired fighters. It seems to be that's the only people covering the sport, and you don't see any just your run-of-the-mill, people out here covering the sport like that. Maybe they are, but I just haven't seen them. Granted, I haven't really scoured the internet looking for them, but I just don't really see them. And the only people that I really see covering the sport like that are, or that kind of have a sit-down chat such as this is, our Uncle Chael. And it's kind of the same style that I wanted to go with here. Now, please don't compare me to Uncle Chael, okay? That dude is a legend. And he's never lost a fight, not even a round. So, never forget that. Please don't compare me to him. Although I would love to share a table with him one day. And, maybe through this platform, we can make that happen. But that's enough rambling for now. I just kind of wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the sport, introduce myself to you guys, and it's really strange talking in complete silence. I'm in my car right now, obviously, and there's not a sound. And so I'm not really used to talking to myself or talking into a camera with absolutely no noise around. It's a little strange, so I'll be something to get used to. And also, I am doing everything off of my phone. I do have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, so, you know, that's a plus. But I am going to be doing everything off my phone. I'm going to be editing. I'm going to be doing the video. Everything. That's another thing. I don't know a damn thing about editing. I barely even know how to download an editing app. So this is going to be a huge learning curve for me, but, you know, it's a big dream of mine. The dream being getting into the fight game in some manner, shape, or form. I'm too old to fight, so the next best thing is to cover the sport, man. Get involved with the community, get involved with you guys, get involved with fighters, and see where it goes. You know what I mean? And I think we can make something big out of this. It just takes consistency, hard work, and determination, I think. Take that chapter from Tony Ferguson. Well, anyways, until next time, I'm hoping to have a video up tomorrow, possibly the next day. It depends on how this editing thing's going to go. I don't know. The fucking video is going to be horrendous. But point being, see you guys soon. And again, welcome to the clinch.